Hello guys and girls and Walker fans alike, I'm Mega Sonic Reviews. And if you've been following the channel recently, we have been showing some gameplay of Telltale's newest entry in the Walking Dead series, called Walking Dead Michonne. Now, is this game Telltale's best, or is it a glitchy mess? Here's our review.
Michonne and I will scout the ferry, see what we can find.
Alright, so we're just gonna sit around waiting for you.
You wish. You've got work to do.
The game takes place in the later parts of the original comic book. Michonne is haunted by her traumatic past and is trying to learn to cope with the sense of loss and regret in her life, as well as suffering from hallucinations of her probably dead daughters as you see through the course of your journey. This is where the game's story shines. Michonne is the most vulnerable in this series. She's a wounded warrior who's trying to find forgiveness for the mistakes she's made in her life and dealing with the failure of being a mother, which is something most gamers, or some gamers, can relate to. Michonne in both comic book and television is the most well-written African-American female fictional character of today's era. The hallucinations are used very fairly, not only to break down the character, but also to build tension. I would like to say that Michonne's character is the highlight of the plot, but the other characters not so much. As you play through the storyline, you meet a bunch of new characters. However, they're only there to serve the plot and is given development when it's convenient. Characters like Pete, the captain of a ship that delivers cargo to other settlements, are only there to play as a foil to Michonne, or characters like Sam, who are only there to push the plot forward. You, as the player, isn't given a much reason to care about them too much. Finally, the villains. These villains are one-dimensional. They have no real reason to want to kill Michonne, not until like the second episode, that is. These villains are most likely basic Walking Dead villains, and I know these are not governors or Negans, but I would like to have a character who is much as compelling as Gareth from the TV show. I know the game is short, but you can still develop interesting characters in a matter of a few pieces of dialogue. For those who have never played a Telltale game before, it's a point-and-click adventure game. When faced with a decision, you'll be timed, and just that sense of urgency is what makes Telltale games actually enjoyable. Just to make a decision to a lose-lose situation makes the replay value much more addictive. This is what's seen throughout the whole game. However, some decisions were stale and didn't change that much to the plot. The choreography of the fight scenes are done very well since you're playing as one of the baddest females in the whole series. Just carving down a group of walkers with just a swing makes you feel like the character, and as well as make you feel like a badass. The game runs a smooth 60 frames per second, and there are some times where the game has little hiccups here and there. This is most noticeably on the consoles, which you see on the screen right now, which I'm playing. On PC, it's not that much noticeable.
Hurry! No.
While Telltale's Walking Dead Michonne is a great game, as well as a great character study, the game runs a smooth 60 frames per second, suffers from a few hiccups here and there. However, the supporting characters are undeveloped, as well as the villain, who are just mustache twirling ones yet at that, and not given much depth. So my final score for the Nubian Badass is a 3 out of 5 Walker heads.